Hello friends, Halloween is coming, 31st of October. It is a celebration in the West where people, and especially the children, dressed up in ghost attires and do different activities to make other people fear. Is this time for fear because of the large language models? If you are computer science students and heard about this, if not, then at least I'm sure you have heard about ChatGPT, Bard, or Claude AI. All these large language models can make us fear. Let me tell you what are the different instances of fearful of tools. Plus, I'll talk about is there a real fear or it just a making up in the whole world. So stay tuned. We will meet after a short intro. So these large language models making us fearful. Let me tell you a few instances. First, there is a fraud GPT model which is helping fraudster to create emails which are very enticing so that people can click and lose their data or money. Similarly, there are few GPT models which are creating worm GPT. And what is this worm? It create a Python code which can hack your computer or steal your precious data. Different times that we are living and fearful, I would say, where people can do so many things if this technology get it in the bad hands. There are other reasons where normal people like you and me can fear. There are fear going on in the market that the people are going to lose jobs because the AI. AI brings a lot of efficiency which will and make some of the tasks very trivial, which people right now are doing, but they will be out of job after some time. So is it a time for us to fear? Let me take you one more example. Let's say people are generating some content through the ChatGPT type models and other LLMs. They have a fallacy of hallucination. They can generate some content out of the box. You don't have to be dependent directly. You have to check the facts of that, because these models, what they create, they combine different types of knowledge and can create some story or some content which is very dangerous for your health or for other things. For example, some housewives can use the GPT and are using the GPT for generating the recipe for new dishes. And there are some uses where ChatGPT and other such models, LLMs, created some content which is given as a recipe, but those are not edibles. Some drugs are added to it, or some which is not eatable, and it can have the hazardous impact on your health. Definitely, in terms of the work, we have so many issues like copyrights related issues that a content creator, whether it is artist, whether it is a writer, whether it is a lyricist, all those are work can be used by other people through the GPT engines, because they are trained on such engines without taking the permissions of the copyright holder. So all these things definitely create a scenario where fears emerge. The hallucination part of the GPT is really very dangerous, and it can create havoc. So it is a time for fear, apprehensions, but at the same time, it's a time for leveling up. Do you think that all the jobs will go away? It will be like same to say when people have started building vehicles, cars for the first time. They were migrating from using animals like horses for their movement. When these new cars came, new engines came, has it really removed these all animals or all the workers who were doing the job? No, because it gives an opportunity for people to move from animal riding vehicles to these motor car vehicles. Similarly, AI will help us in increasing our efficiency if we know how to use AI very responsibly and rightly. So it will not take a job, but definitely it will take the job of those people who don't learn and adapt using the new way of working, especially the smartest way of using the AI. We have to upgrade ourselves as a worker, and as a student we have to upgrade ourselves how to we learn different things. Similarly, some tools like fraud GPT or warm GPT can create a havoc in terms of frauds and the stealing the data, treating some other person in a familiar way for marketing their products. So all these things are fearful, but at the same point of time we have to understand, when fraudsters are using this technology to do the fraud, but at the same time our responsible people are building the technologies which are able to deal with these fraudsters at least in the current way. And then when the new ways are emerged, we have to again scale up and to deal with such issues. And this will always happen whether we develop such technologies or not develop such technologies. The fraud people will try to do the frauds, and the right people of the society have to develop such tools and mechanisms so that they can avoid such mishappenings. Definitely there is a time for transition. When new things comes up, at least the few people got in trap of such issues. But this happens for even other cases. Normally when fraudsters start finding a new way of stealing things or doing frauds, then initial few people got in the trap of it. But when the news of that trap comes, then all other people will become aware of it and they will start behaving in a right manner. Third thing is the hallucination. Definitely it is a major concern in creating the hallucination by the LLMs, but research community are working very hard to deal with these hallucinations of LLMs. They are building a different technologies around it so that we can deal with hallucination more effectively. Some applications have developed based on the RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation of the content. It basically use some context, your own document, some factual data it checks. This will help LLMs not to hallucinate but to return the data which is factually correct. So when we are using directly the LLMs like ChatGPT, Bard, then in such cases there are chances of hallucination if we don't use our queries very intelligently. But definitely these large language models has put some safeguards so that people will not be exposed to some random things which is harmful for their concerns, whether it is health, wealth or mental peace. But as an individual, we also have to act in a different way. I would say when times are changing, there is always new. So whenever the new technologies comes up, there is a new sets of do's and don'ts. And as a society, we are still learning what are those do's and don'ts. But once we adopt those do's and don'ts, then it will be much safer to interact with these new technologies, as scientific community is still working to make it more useful and they are providing as much as safeguard and responsible use of the AI. So as an individual, we will also learn the new ways of working and interacting with the society. So it is win-win for both, and definitely very good for our future generation so that they will get better technologies and help in creating better society overall. So I hope now this Halloween will not make you fear from the AI, and you as a individual will not make some ghost of AI, but you know it's a known entity and how to deal with that entity, and we have to learn. And I'm sure as a society we will develop those behavior while interacting with this new technologies and new ways of working and interacting. So I hope this video gave more confidence in you and helped you in understanding why we should not fear with AI, but we should learn how to adapt with this new technology. Also, if you like this video, please share with your friends so that it will help them as well to understand how to deal with the AI and what are the challenges it is posing and how we can emerge out of it. As a student, I would say you should more embracing this new technology and learn it so that you can be more productive and build more fruitful careers. Please subscribe to this channel. With this note, this is BK from Manika signing off.